Hey y'all, it's Courtney and I am back, and today, my dudes, I already uploaded a video of Mike playing guitar and stuff, so I'm going to do a video of, instead of my normal routine of putting my makeup on, I'm going to do my taking my makeup off routine tonight. So, first of all, we shall start, and I'm going to talk about some bullshit going on in our community, aka Miss fucking Wicked that everybody's been talking about. I mean, who is surprised at any of the shit she's been doing? Just for starters, any of you guys that haven't been around for a long time, I've been in this community for, I want to say, 5 years. I believe that I came in around October 2015, maybe a little earlier than that, maybe a little later than that, but sometime around then. I remember that Katie and Negs were still cool then, and I came in watching Negs. Maybe it was, I know that I found Negs first, but I don't remember how it went after that. I didn't come in through Truthfully Trisha, none of that. Found Negs first. Didn't comment or participate in chats for a really long time, but I watched him for a good while. And then I think I started chatting in October of 2015, or no, maybe it was like around December, January 2015, 2016 is what I think it actually was. So, anyways, I've been watching this for a really long time. I've been seeing her behaviors for a really long time. She is just a mess, a straight mess. And all of these things that she's been doing have always existed. We've always seen it. We've always known that she had racist tendencies. Anybody that's really been watching knows that this has been a thing for a while. So, I don't know if all of you heard. I'll probably repost one of the videos. I think Truth Seeker is the first video that I saw this morning of her old daddy wonderful saying the N-word today. I mean, were any of us really surprised? And no, from what I saw, nobody even said anything in the chat. Like, that is what is so, like, to me, is like her followers, they just don't care. They are not bothered one bit with the rate, I don't know. But she's not racist, y'all. She literally said the other day, whenever Savage called her out for her racist outburst the other day, saying that, you know, we just need to start killing them all, basically, them being Black Lives Matter members, which, hey, you know what, I'm not going to say I agree with her. That's not at all what I mean, so don't take that out of context. I don't agree with what she's saying. But I do agree with that some people that are using Black Lives Matter are making them look bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people are, like, radical, but that's with any group of anybody. There are a lot of conservatives that are freaking nuts. There are a lot of police that are fucking nuts. There are a lot of, people that own zoos that are fucking nuts. There are a lot of people that are preschool teachers that are fucking nuts. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, there's bad people in every group. And it is very unfortunate that bad people take something good and use it as a disguise to do bad things in the name of whatever it is. And this just happens to be Black Lives Matter. It doesn't make the other people bad. It makes the person that's doing the action bad. I hope that makes sense. I'm not against Black Lives Matter by any means, because Black lives do matter. And I'm not going to say all lives matter, like as in going against Black Lives Matter. But what I am saying is every single soul on this earth means something, just as much as the next soul, just as much as the next baby being born, just as much as the person in the hospital dying right now. We all matter. All of our souls, once our soul is out of our body, it doesn't have a skin color. It doesn't have any of that. It's just who you are at your core. And that is really what matters. Your skin color doesn't matter. your hair type, it doesn't matter. Your eye color, it doesn't matter. What matters is what you did while you were here on this earth. Were you a good person that did good things? Or were you a bad person that created nothing but hate and hurt for yourself and others? Which side can Katie say she's on? Honestly. I think we all know. I don't think she knows. I think she truly believes she's a good person. And that's what's so scary about the situation. Just like her saying the other day, oh, I want to go to AA, but I heard that it's rude for me to go in there because I still want to drink. Are you dumb? These people are in there holding on by a thread. Some of them are, you know, perfectly stable in their sobriety. But some of them are hanging on by a thread, man. And any little upset could make them go drink tonight. And you go in there and say, you know, I'm not in here to get sober. I don't want to stay clean. I just want to, you know, cut back on my drinking. And then that person contacts you, you know, walks outside with you after and says, oh, well, you want to go out after this and have a drink? I mean, I know that you're not responsible for what anybody else does, but just you're not helping anybody that's teetering on the edge, you know? I just think that that's so gross. And then the comment her dad made today. I couldn't tell what he said at first because I have horrible hearing, but it only took going through it twice to hear what he said. He said the N-word. Effing N-words, he said. I'm sure that it wasn't just effing N's causing a ruckus. I seriously doubt that. There are just as many bad white people out there as there are anybody else. You know? Every group has their fair share of bad people. And that's just what it is, man. I don't care who you are. If you deny that, then you're just dumb. No group is better than another. Simple. She is just going down a bad road, man. And I used to feel sorry for her, but it's just getting to a point now where it's like, is she doing this shit on purpose? Like, is she trying to, like, stoke the fire? And then, which, obviously, the racist comments are, like, the biggest thing and the most awful thing that she's done. But, like, what was up with, I saw Stewie's video earlier of her, like, FOD was in there, full-on drama. She just, like, lost her shit. She was fucking triggered, dude. She was, like, going off on FOD. And I've heard some shit about FOD. Don't really have an opinion myself because I've not really, you know, talked to them much. But what really bothered me is how she was like, fuck the true crime community. True crime community can suck my dick and blah, 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 blah. And you know, I don't even care how she feels about the true crime community. What bothers me is that she tried to suck the true crime community's dick to try to get them views. She tried to profit off the backs of 3 murdered little girls. Liberty German, what was that other little girl's name? Liberty, and I don't want to disrespect their memories, so I'm not going to try to, because forgetting those names is like a disrespectful thing. So I'm not going to try to remember their names, but it was 2 little girls that were murdered in Indiana. It wasn't in Indianapolis. I'm sure you all have heard of it. And then there was another little baby, a baby that went missing. And this bitch goes to the crime scene where they're digging up these people's garage floor. The mother is standing there, who I don't know if had anything to do with it or not, but if she didn't, what an awful thing to do. What a shitty person running up to her and saying, "Where's the baby?" Ew. You are fucking disgusting, bro. Like, who even does that? Like, who? My God. I know how traumatic it was losing my own child children, but especially my last one because, you know, I was full term with him. And I never even got to meet my babies. So I can only imagine how painful it would be to become attached to this child and love and nurture this child, like, and then lose them. I think she was, what, like 8 or 9 months old. I can only imagine how tormenting that is for a mother. And then to have people, where's the baby, accusing you of harming your own child. And I don't know the details much of that case other than what, you know, what she covered on it, which wasn't much because, you know what? She tried out that little true crime fad, and then she wasn't getting the views that she liked, so she wasn't passionate about this. If she was passionate about it, she would have kept on it, and she would have stayed caring about it. But when it wasn't pulling the views that she liked, she hopped right off that dick, didn't she? And on to another. So she wants to talk about people hopping off her dick or to suck her dick. Really? You were the one sucking true crime dick, hoping to get more money. It's just so gross. I don't understand it. And of course, everybody's going to have certain cases that they're passionate about and shit. But the fact that she dropped it so fast just says all you need to know. I finally got the stuff out of my belly button and it's hurting a little bit. I had to get in the shower and wet it because the gauze, they shoved a bunch of gauze in my belly button and it was like stuck. But anyways, I don't know. She just grosses me out, and I think that, like, and the people that are still in there encouraging this bullshit behavior, I don't care if you're there for a ha-ha or what you're there for, it's gross. Like, it's to a point now where if you are entertaining that behavior, you're just as nasty as she is, especially if you're paying monthly for it so that you can go in and see, which I understand that there are probably some drama pages or whatever that are paying for membership simply so that they can record or whatever it is they want to do. I get that, whatever, I get the gig, but just paying her for such behavior is so gross. Oh, so going back to how she was talking about talking to FOD, and then all of a sudden it got into Wendy and Diane and all them and Yaba even, like, you know, girl, Yaba had your back for a really long time when she shouldn't have. I don't understand. She wonders why people leave her so often and why nobody sticks around. Usually, the common denominator is the issue. And you have always been the common denominator, baby. Always. You don't see all these other people's friendships breaking up constantly. Wendy, Diane, Randy, Yaba, they've all been friends forever. For a very long time. But everybody leaves you. It's not a mystery. When you're always the one getting left and left behind, maybe it's time to look at yourself instead of pointing the fingers at everybody else. When you point the finger at one person, you got 10 pointing back to you. She's in such denial about everything, though. You can't tell her anything. And, you know, she says, oh, I have so many haters. But you know what? We all came into this community supporting her and wanting to have not a good, like, relationship with her, but, like, sorry guys, still hurting a little bit whenever I burp and stuff. But we all wanted to like you. We were all rooting for you. Like that, what is it, Tyra Banks meme? We were all rooting for you. We were. All of us. We didn't just start off hating you. That's not how any of it went. I think for 99.99% of us, we all wanted to like you to begin with. I know I did. And just one by one, you cross lines for everybody. And it'll be like that with your new crew. One by one, your community is a revolving door because people just can't handle your brand of nasty. one by one, they all get disgusted by you. That's not a them problem, that's a you problem. You're never going to be happy if you can't see that you're at least part of the issue. God dang. If not all of the issue, at least see that you're part of the problem and that you're not perfect. Okay, so next I'm going to use some Dr. Brandt microdermabrasion age-defying exfoliator anti-aging. But yeah, I just, like, get it together, girl. She live streamed for like 10 hours. I think she's still live. Like, she is a whole mess. She is losing it. And I don't care how much I don't like the girl. I don't want to see her die. And, you know, Leslie said it. I've been saying this shit for years, months, years, whatever. I said this in her comment section so many times when she was with Steven. Hold on. Ow. That was a little hot. When she was with Steven, I'm like, you don't argue or you don't try to understand the other person. You only listen, or you don't listen to solve a problem. You literally only listen to what they're saying so that you can argue back. Like, you're just waiting for them to stop talking so that you can argue why you're right and they're wrong. Like, you don't try to solve anything. You just try to argue until they give up and they're like, all right, fine, you're right. Like, her arguing is nothing but scoring points. And, you know, at one time, I was like that. It was like everything, it's either your fault or my fault. And I saw things in the completely wrong way. Instead of being like, well, let's work on this to fix it, or let's talk about this to fix it. It was like, well, you're right and I'm always wrong. Or I'm always wrong and you're always right. And that's not how a relationship is. It's not about who's right. It's about, how do we fix this? And until you can understand that, is anybody else getting maskne, they call it? Fucking maskne. I definitely have gotten a little bit of maskne. Oh, I'm almost out of this. I like this stuff too. But like, she doesn't care about making things right. She doesn't care about anybody else's feelings. Just like she said to Al. I love Al, and I always will. That's my freaking girl. Has been, I think I had subscribed to her when she had like 100 subscribers. Like, actually it was less than that, because she came in through Negs, and obviously I've always really liked Negs. I just do. I know that he's done some shitty stuff too. We all have. Anybody in the drama community has said something or did something that they regret, and that's just how it is. But there are certain people that you just gotta draw the line somewhere. And that's the problem with Katie, is she doesn't have a line of what's... Sorry if my fingers gross you guys out. I'm double jointed. I've got like dinosaur fingers. Sorry guys. I'm sorry if that was traumatic for you. But yeah, I just, like, what? I don't even know what to say about that girl anymore. She is just, oh my god, a mess. A real fucking mess. Damn it, where was I at? I don't know, there's just so much that I could say. And I usually wouldn't make videos about her. I think I made like 3 videos about her in an entire 5 years. But it's just like, dude, when are you gonna wake the fuck up? There's a point, and she's 33 years old, 32 or 33 years old, like, she just turned 33, I think, 43. And that would be even worse. I wouldn't want to say I was 43, because if you're 43 and still acting up like you are, you ain't never gonna learn. Which, I've said that the whole time I've been in this community. There's, 60-year-old women in this community, and I'm more mature than they are. Like, some people will just never grow up and grow out of bad behavior, I guess. And it's just really unfortunate, because Katie is very charismatic. Oh, and then she wants to talk about, you know, Wendy's weight and Diane's weight and Yaba's weight. And it's like, dude, and I don't like talking about people's weight, but she's gaining weight back. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know if her face is just getting really poofy from her alcohol addiction, or if she's actually, like, you know, busted her surgery, or, like, what. I don't know. It's none of my business, honestly. But what I will say is, if you're going to go and talk about somebody else's weight and the way they look and shit, I wouldn't do that if you're actively gaining weight back. And honestly, the reason why I think she's gaining weight back is because I think when she was with Dylan or Steven, I think she was doing that. You know, I think she was getting herself spun up too. Honestly. Or something. Because, like, since she moved out into her own, she's gained a good bit of weight back. So, like, before you start talking about the way other people look, you better look perfect your damn self. That's all I'm gonna say. So, once you start talking about people's looks and that's all you have to go after is their looks, you've already lost. You've lost my attention as soon as you have to start talking about people's looks. And that's just my, you know, how I feel about it, but oh man, I just got water all down my dress. That was freaking dumb. Oh, that was really dumb too, wasn't it? But anyways, yeah, just like if you're, oh, and then the doxing shit today. She was like going on a doxing ass rant, man. She's like, I'm gonna dox you, and I'm gonna dox you, and I'm gonna dox you, and I'm gonna laugh about it when I dox you, and it's like, when is this gonna stop? Like, and why does YouTube, well, I know why YouTube, you know, promotes this shit, because it's money in their pocket. They don't care what you're doing as long as you're making them money. That's why my comment section gets shut off all the time, and yet she can suck a dick on live stream, and nothing happens. It's all good. As long as she's making that money, they don't give a shit what she does. This stuff makes your skin feel so nice. Now, I'm going to take my Dickinson's Original Witch Hazel, and I'm going to put it on my sponge. My husband actually has me put this on his chest every night before bed, because from where he sweats so much at work, he gets some little, like, heat bumps on his chest and, like, little pimples, and it actually works really well. So if you have, you know, it is for tones pores, removes and balances oils, soothes and refreshes, helps depuff. This 100% natural toner refreshes skin and refines pores, which is exactly what I need, because I have some big old pores, and this stuff has helped me a lot. So if you have big pores, try some witch hazel. It does not smell good. I'm not gonna lie, it stinks, but it's kind of like alcohol. The smell, like, just, like, kind of evaporates really quickly, and it's the same with this. It evaporates very quickly, so that's a good thing. I think I need to go start the dryer again. I think it's went off. Gotta get his work stuff done. So, but yeah, this mask me, man, this shit sucks. Is anybody else getting that? And how, if so, like, how are you dealing with it? Leave that in the comments so that everybody else can see it. Makeup by Mandy, maybe if you're watching this, let us know how we should deal with Maskne. She probably won't watch this though, because she does support MFW, which is okay. And just because I don't support MFW, and I don't hate MFW, I don't hate anybody from the internet. That's a little strong worded. I strongly, why did I do that? I never do that. I wasn't paying attention. Don't get it in your eyes, people, okay? Because it does burn. It's pretty much just like alcohol. But just because I don't like MFW, doesn't mean that I hate anybody that watches her, because I know that for some people she's like a guilty pleasure, or they have a soft spot for her, because I have soft spots for people that aren't necessarily loved in this community, you know? But you just have to draw a line somewhere. Like, you can only put up with so much until you start looking bad. Like,